Okay, so very good morning. So we are going to start the three state of matter in detail, which is solid, liquid, and gaseous state. Okay, so let's revise this part that we already covered here. Okay, so matter can be classified into different states such as solid. Okay, matter are classified in different state like we have solid state, then we have liquid state, and we have gaseous state. Okay, and this classification is on the basis of the intermolecular force of attraction works between particles and on the basis of arrangement of particles. Okay, this classification is based on what? On the basis of arrangement of particle and intermolecular force acting between particle. On that basis, we have classified the matter as solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, beta. Now, next we have these three forms of the matter can converted from one form to another. In diagram, if we can see here, solid can be converted into liquid, and liquid can be converted into gaseous form. Whereas gases can convert into liquid and liquid again can convert into the solid form. So we can say all the three states are interconvertible. Okay, all these states of matter are interconvertible, means we can convert them one form to another form easily by increasing or decreasing the pressure and the temperature. Okay, if we will increase the pressure and temperature, okay, so by changing the, we can say by changing, I'm writing here, by changing the temperature and the pressure, by changing the temperature and pressure we can change the state of matter. Okay, madam, by changing the temperature and pressure we can change the state of matter. Okay, maybe from solid to liquid, or from liquid to gas, or from gas to liquid and from liquid to solid. Likewise, we can change some solid directly into gaseous form, or we can change directly gases into solid form. Okay, we have the different processes and name from them also, like we have sublimation. Okay, it is the process in which solid get converted into the gaseous form. Whereas when gases converts into solid form, this process is called as deposition. When solid convert into liquid form, this process is called as melting. When liquid convert into gaseous form, this process is called as boiling or evaporation. When gases convert into solid liquid form, this process is called as condensation. And when liquid convert into solid form, this process is called as freezing. Okay, so these are the 6 processes by which we can change the state of matter. Okay, for example, if we'll take ice. Okay, so ice is in solid form. Okay, it can be converted into liquid water, or further increasing temperature we can convert the liquid into the vapor form. Okay, so likewise we can change the state of matter by changing the temperature and pressure. Okay, so now we are going to discuss detail about the each state of matter out of 3. Okay, so first we will understand about the solid state. Okay, which is the state of matter, which is one of the state of matter. So let's discuss about the solid state now. So solid state is one of the fundamental state of matter. Why it is called as fundamental? Because most of the matter they present in solid state at a normal temperature and pressure. That's why it is called as fundamental state of matter. Okay, solid differ from liquid. See, solids they are like different from liquid, because in solid state the force of attraction working between particles is very strong. That's why particles are compactly arranged with each other in solid state. This is the diagram we have here. the intermolecular space is less and the intermolecular force between particle is very strong. That's why these particles are arranged compactly. Okay. So solid differ from the liquid and gases by the characteristics of the rigidity. Okay, like solids have rigidity, they are very hard, but liquid and gases are not so. Okay, but the rigidity, which is property of the solid only. The molecules of the solid are tightly, see, they are tightly packed, means they are, we can say they are compactly arranged. They are compactly arranged. Why? Because the strong intermolecular force of attraction working between them. Okay, see, the force of attraction between working between any two particles of solid is called as intermolecular force. What is intermolecular force? Intermolecular force. What is intermolecular force? The force of attraction. The force of attraction. The force of attraction working between any two particle, or we can say neighboring particle, between neighboring particle neighboring particles of matter is called as intermolecular force. Is called as intermolecular force. Intermolecular force. Okay, beta, this is the intermolecular force. It is working between neighboring particles. Suppose this is one of the particle of the matter and it is surrounded by one more particle here, another particle here, one particle here, one particle here, one is in front and one is in back. Okay, so we can say this particle which is surrounded by 6 other particles, and by the 6 other particle it is bonded by the intermolecular force. Okay, that's why it appears in the form of matter. Okay, so particles have space between them, but they are strongly bonded with each other in case of solids. Okay, they only oscillate about their mean position. Okay, we have discussed yesterday about the particles have particles of the solid have space between them. Okay, like suppose this particle has space between them, so this particle and these particles are moving continuously. Okay, so this particle will move here, then come back to here. Okay, like this. So this, like this type of motion is called as oscillation. Okay, so all these particles of the matter, they continuously in motion and they oscillate within the mean position. Mean position means this is the mean position. Particle will move in this side, then come to this position, will go to again this position. Okay, so like a pendulum we have of the watch. Okay, how pendulum is moving? Like it's moving here. Okay, and again it comes back to the mean position, and again it is going to another side like here. Okay, so this type of motion is called as oscillation. So particles of the matter in solid state, okay, they are continuously moving and they move along with the mean position. Okay, that movement is called as oscillation. So let me revise this point again. So the molecule of solids are tightly packed, means they are tightly bonded with each other, and because of the intermolecular force of attraction working between them, because they are bonded with intermolecular force, and they only oscillate about their mean position, and they perform oscillation, which is kind of a motion. Okay, by which they perform the oscillation with respect to their mean position. Okay, like particle will, this is the mean position, if particle will move in this side, then come back to again this position, then again move to this position. Okay, so this motion of the particle is called as oscillation. Next, Whereas liquid and gases possess the property of fluidity. See, solid cannot flow. Solid particles, we can say the solid matter, they cannot flow, but liquid particle and gaseous particles, they have fluidity, means the capacity to flow. Okay, but solid does not have the capacity to flow. That's why we can't say that particles of the solid can flow. Okay, and can easily flow. See, only the liquid and gases can flow and not the solid. Okay, solid can be defined as the state of matter which has, see, it is the definition of solid. It is definition for solid, this one. Okay, so solid can be defined as the state of matter which has definite shape. Because if suppose any particle you have, like suppose we have pen in our hand, so can we change the shape of the pen? No. Why? Because it has the definite shape, definite volume, and has the rigid structure. And has the rigid structure, such matter are called as solid. Okay. Solid possess the least compressibility. You cannot compress by applying the pressure. Okay, that's why the solids are incompressible, or we can say least compressible. Okay, and thermal expansion, if you will heat that matter, will not going to expand much. Okay, so the thermal expansion and compressibility, they do not possess. Okay, like example, we have iron. Example, we have iron. So this is all about the solid state. Understood, beta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubt? If you have, you can ask the question. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so take a screenshot for that.
Sir, I have taken.
Okay, so let's start the liquid state. Yeah, liquid state. So let me erase this part because we need a place for writing. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So we are going to understand about the liquid state. Okay, see, in solid we had strong force of attraction between neighboring particles in case of solid, but in case of liquid, this bonds like force of attraction becomes weak. Okay, means here we have weak force of attraction between particles of liquid. Okay, so the molecules in liquid are closely packed. They are closely packed. Okay, no doubt, but they have weak intermolecular force of attraction between them. That's why they appears in a liquid state. Okay, these force are weaker. Okay, the force of attraction which is very weak than the solid state. If we will compare the force of attraction between liquid and solid, so the liquid have weak force of attraction or intermolecular force of attraction as compared to the solid state. Okay, but have the stronger than the gases. Okay, see, gases particle, like they have repulsion force. Okay, they have very less force of attraction, very least force of attraction between neighboring particles. But in case of liquid state, they have strong force of attraction as compared to the gases, and weak force of attraction as compared to the solid state. Okay, there is much space in between the molecule. If we will compare the space, intermolecular space between particles of solid state and liquid state, then liquid state have more space between the particles. Okay, suppose particles of solid are arranged like this. Okay, like closely they are arranged because they are strongly bonded with each other. Okay, if we will compare this space of this particle, okay, through to the liquid state, so liquid will have more space between the particles. Why? Because they are loosely bonded with each other. They are loosely bonded with each other, means they have more space around the particle as compared to the solid state. Okay. Okay. So molecules of the liquid, which makes them their flowing ability easy. That's why they can flow from higher area, higher surface to lower surface. Okay, they always flows. Why? Due to the presence of intermolecular space between the particles of the matter. That space makes them to flow. Okay, that's why the liquid have fluidity ability. They have ability to flow. Okay, from higher to lower region. Okay, liquid can easily acquire the shape of vessel. See, they have the definite volume but do not have the definite shape. Okay, so the liquid can take the shape according to the container. Suppose if you have taken a 1 liter bottle, water bottle, and you have like a water in that, so that water will going to take shape of that bottle only. If you will, suppose we have the water bottle, this is the water bottle, and it is filled with the water. So the water have the shape of bottle only. Is it? If you will pour the water into some container, okay, then water is going to take a shape of that container. Okay. If you will pour that water into different container which have the different shape like this, okay, so water is going to take shape of that container. Okay, so water do not have the definite shape, and it changes shape according to the container where it is being present. Okay, so liquid can acquire shape of the vessel easily because they have the flowing capacity, and they have fixed volume. But volume is just fixed, because if we have taken 1 liter of water, 1 liter of water here, then here we will have also 1 liter, and here also 1 liter, because we are taking this all water into the different container. So volume is same but have the different shape due to the flowing capacity, and it takes shape according to the container where it is been present. Next, conversion of solid into liquid takes place when we increase the temperature. Okay, like suppose we have solid state, this is the solid. Okay, if we will heat here, will convert into the liquid form, will convert into liquid. So to convert matter from solid state to liquid state, we had to provide heat. We had to provide heat, means we had to increase the temperature. Increase the temperature. Okay, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had to increase the temperature of the solid to the point where the solids are being melt. Okay, and if we will heat that particular temperature where all the solid will convert into the liquid form, that temperature is called as melting point. We will discuss later on, because we have separate topic for that. Melting point, boiling point. Okay, we will understand everything. Now next, generally the density of the liquid lies between the density of the solid and gas. Okay, like we have solid, we have liquid, and we have gas. Okay, so if we will compare, the density of solid is very high and density of gas is very low. So density of liquid, it lies between high and low, means it is medium. It is medium. Okay, because intermolecular space between liquid is higher than solid, and lower than the gas. Okay, but the gas have very large space between the particles. That's why particles, they tends to move apart from each other in case of gaseous state. So gases have density very low, liquid have the medium density, and solid have the higher density as compared to the liquid. Okay. Okay. compressibility and thermal expansion of the liquid are slightly higher than the solid. Okay, so we can say like solid are incompressible, but liquid are very slightly compressible. We can compress them, very small amount. Okay, and if we will heat the, they expand. That's why here it is given thermal expansion. Thermal expansion means if we will heat the substance, it's going to increase its size. It's called a thermal expansion. Okay, so liquid, if we will, provide the heat, then particle will absorb energy, and due to increase in energy, particles of the liquid start vibrating, due to which they move apart from each other. Okay, when they move apart from each other, then space between them become higher. Okay, means if space between the particle will increase, then density will decrease automatically. Okay, so here we have the liquid state. Here we have taken example of water molecule. Okay, understood, beta?
Yes,
Okay, now take a screenshot.
sir, take up.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about the gaseous state. Okay, gases is another most important matter of the state of the matter. Okay, in this state matter, and the distance between the particles is very large. Distance between the molecules are large in case of gaseous state. Okay, like intermolecular distance is the range of about 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter, means they have a very long, very large space between them. That's why they do not attract, they are not bonded with each other. That's why they can move easily in all possible direction independently. No other particle is going to distract them. Okay, they can move independently in any all possible direction. The intermolecular force experienced between them is negligible, means the intermolecular force works between particles is very, very less, or which is negligible. Okay, very low force of attraction working between these two particles. Thus, translatory, rotatory, and vibrating motion are observed prominently in the gaseous state. Means they can, continuously moving in all possible direction. They can rotate their self. Okay, they can change from one form to another form easily. They continuously vibrating particles, and they move continuously. Okay, we are discussing about the gaseous particle. If we will observe, you will observe that gaseous particle, they perform translatory, rotatory, and vibratory motion all the time, because they have very high energy content. That's why they tend to move continuously. Okay, gases do not have fixed shape and volume. Okay, like suppose we have the cylinder at our home. Okay, we have cylinder at our home, and in cylinder we have the liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, that gas is filled at a very, very high pressure, due to which it can present in liquid form. That's why it is called as LPG. Suppose if we will release that gas, we'll see, we can say that LPG present in the cylinder which have acquired the shape of cylinder. Okay, and if you will release this gas into like room, so that gas is going to take the shape of room, is it or not, and a very large volume. So we can say the gases do not have fixed shape and fixed volume. Why do not have fixed volume? Because intermolecular force is between the particles is very, very high, and we can compress them a very high extent. Okay, they also possess high compressibility, we can compress them. Okay, like we have compressed gas into the cylinder, then it is called as CNG, and we called it compressed natural gas. Okay, why it is? been compressed because it has compressibility property. And thermal expansion, if we will heat, we will provide heat to the gaseous particle, their size also again increases. They tends to move apart from each other. If we will increase the temperature, the particle of the gases, they are they possess tendency to move away from each other, by which they expand. Okay, like we have example of oxygen. So in diagram we can see here these oxygen atoms, okay, they are very apart from each other, and there is very less force of attraction working between particles. Okay, so this is all about the gaseous state. Okay, understood, beta? Now take a
Yes, sir.
screenshot, for gaseous state. Done.
Yes.
Are you making the notes also?
Yes, sir. I was making, but yesterday you said you will send the note. That's
Yes,
why
yes.
I'm not.
No. But you had to make your own notes also. Huh? I will send you definitely, but you have to make your handwritten, because handwritten note, because one time writing equals to 3 time reading. Okay. If you will write one time, which is equals to 3 time reading. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the fourth state of matter. Okay, which is not in our syllabus, but you have to know what is plasma and Bose-Einstein. Okay. Okay. So plasma and Bose-Einstein. Okay, this is the fourth state of matter. Okay, in which if we will, heat very strongly at a very high temperature to any matter, will get convert into the gaseous form, and the particles of these gases will get ionized. Means suppose we have taken HCl, hydrogen chloride. If we will heat that hydrogen chloride, will going to form H positive ion and Cl negative ion. Means it is possible only at a very high temperature. At a very high temperature. So at a very high temperature, particles of the matter, they present in ions form. Okay, that state of matter is called as plasma. That state of matter is called as plasma. Okay, when it is called as plasma, when all the particles of matter are present in ionic form. So let me write here, when all the particles of matter present in when all the particles of matter in present in ionic form, at a high temperature, at a very high temperature, at a very high temperature. Okay, that state of matter is called as plasma. Okay, beta. A plasma is a very good conductor of electricity if all the matter will present in ionic form. Okay, then on ionic form they act as a good conductor of electricity. Okay, and it is affected by the magnetic field, and if we will pass through that particle through the magnetic field, like in magnet we have north pole and south pole. If these charged particles will travel through the magnetic force of magnetic field of the magnet, they will get deflects. Okay, because the charged particle, they do possess the magnetic property. So due to presence in magnetic property, this ion will get, or we can say the plasma, okay, will passes through the magnetic field, they get deflected from their original path. Okay, because they also contain magnetic property. So plasma, like gases, have indefinite shape and indefinite volume. Okay, their shape and size and like shape and volume is not definite. Okay beta, this is all about the plasma. For example, we have any ionized gas which is in state of the plasma. Understood? What is plasma? It is the state of matter in which all the particles of matter will get ionized in the form of gas. Okay, that ionized gas is called as plasma, and it is possible only at a very high temperature. Okay, done.
Yes.
Okay, I have taken screenshot.
Sir, take a
Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the fifth state of matter, which is called as Bose-Einstein. It is called as Bose-Einstein. It is also called as Bose-Einstein condensate. Let's discuss about what is it. Okay, a BEC. It is Bose-Einstein condensate. It is Bose-Einstein condensate. It is called as BEC. Okay, it is Bose-Einstein condensate. It is the fifth state of matter. Okay, and which is arises at a very low temperature, and which is about 0 Kelvin, and 0 Kelvin is about minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Minus 273, it is very low temperature. Okay, at this state all the matter will present in particular state. That state is called as Bose-Einstein. Okay, the scientist who worked on the Bose-Einstein condensate, okay, received a Nobel Prize also in 1995. Okay, the Bose-Einstein condensate is all molecules that are really close to each other. Okay, so in that particular state of a matter, particles possess a very low space between them, a very low space, very less space between them, means they are highly compactly arranged with each other. Okay, even close to the atom of a solid. Okay, like solid have the very closed structure. Okay, so at this temperature particle will have a very close than that of solid also. Okay, it is a solid, but it is the Bose-Einstein. Okay, so here particles have a very less space between them. This is all about the Bose-Einstein, and it is possible at a very low temperature. Okay beta.
yes.
Okay, so this is about the Bose-Einstein. So we have covered total all the 5 states of matter, from which you have only 3 states, but you have to have idea about the plasma as well as Bose-Einstein also. Okay.